Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Talk Japan. On this show, we talk about all things Japan in English. My name is Mitch, and I'm here with
Natsuki.
Hey Natsuki, how are you?
Happy.
Yeah. We're both wearing black today. What's going on?
just偶然 tamatama. Just in, how do you say tamatama in English?
Just
Occasion?
by chance.
Just by chance.
Yeah.
I feel like wearing, this black shirt because it makes me, look whiter.
Oh my god! I just got through telling her, I was like, don't say anything controversial in the first 15 seconds of the video because YouTube will like screw us over on the algorithm. And she's like, okay, I won't. Roll that intro. Let's roll it. Hopefully YouTube does not understand what you said. Maybe it'll think that you're talking about whiter teeth. That's a thing. If you have coffee stained teeth, right? If you're a woman and you wear like a mocha or like a deep red lipstick, your teeth look way whiter. Oh. Because if you wear a dark lipstick, then your teeth look whiter. It's just a thing. Oh. Now stop! Don't say the thing that's going through your head right now. Don't. You're thinking of something dumb. Don't say it. Just wait.
Dumb.
Just wait. Anyways, guys, we got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about Sakurajima volcano, which we live right next to. So the volcano has two summits, okay? Uh-huh. It has the Showa and the Taisho summits, craters. Mm-hmm. And usually it erupts from the Showa.
Yeah.
Dochi?
Taisho.
Mm. It always erupts from the Taisho crater. Let me double check that. Yes. And then this time, a couple days ago, it erupted from the Showa crater, and I think Josh has some footage of that. This is taken from the camera above the Zaiho water bottling factory, which I specifically always drink.
But not today.
Sorry, Zaiho. But yeah, I keep saying on the show that they should sponsor us because like I get 36 bottles a month and go through all of them because it's such great water. But anyways, you can see the gnarly explosion of the volcano right there. That's like 6 kilometers from where we are right now.
We can see such fire things from over here. I mean the city side.
Two things. I've been living here what, 16, 15 years? I don't know. I've been living here too long. Mm-hmm. Two things. I've never heard the volcano.
No,
people say it makes a noise. I've never heard it.
I have. Maybe I have heard the sounds of, the glasses are shaking.
Right. So I've heard my windows shake.
Yeah, my windows shake. Mm-hmm.
But I've never heard like the sound of the volcano. People say it makes like a dome sound. And I'm like, I've never heard that. One.
Yeah.
Two, I've never seen lava. Like, what is it, magma or lava? I don't know which one it is. Whatever the fiery red hot stuff that comes out the top. Hawaii boy.
If it is above ground, it's lava. If it's below ground, it's magma.
Oh.
He was useful today. Oh. There you go. You didn't have to Google it. So no, what did you say again? Magma's below ground. Okay, so the lava, I've never seen it like with my own eyes. I've seen it like videos and stuff. I've never seen it with my own eyes. Have you seen it with your own eyes?
No. If you go, boat. You drive boat, right?
Yes.
So if you go driving boat in the the night time.
Which I'm never doing again because that's scary as fuck.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But you can see if you're close to it. Maybe. Yeah.
No, I won't be doing that. So, I've said this on the show before that I had like a traumatic experience, like leaving a firework display. Like it was like what would you call that event? Josh, you were actually just hanging out, having fun at the event while I was like stressed driving a boat.
No, I was there filming the event, but it was like a
firework festival.
They classified it as a musical event.
It recently happened, right?
Yeah, last year.
I met the production manager of that the other day, just randomly in a bar. He told me to come film it. I was like, cool.
And anyways, so apparently they got behind a lot of like rules and regulations and stuff because of events that were happening last year by claiming it was a musical festival that they just timed with fireworks. Instead of it being a firework festival.
Loophole. Whatever. So it was like a firework festival on this man-made island, And so there was like they were selling tickets for it. Usually firework festivals in Japan are free. You just have to like figure out how to get close to them so you can see it. But this one was like they charged money and they put it in a place that you couldn't really see it unless you got tickets for it. But we got around that by taking a boat because it was right on the ocean. So we took a boat and like was watching it from a boat, which is fine and dandy until everybody on the boat got really drunk and they're like, Mitch, you're the designated driver. Drive us home in the pitch dark of night to an area that you're unfamiliar with. And I'm like, everybody's gonna die.
How many people were on the boat?
I think there was 10 of us or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, and they were like all drunk and having a great time. Right? No, I was because dude, come on, I'm driving, right? So I have to be like sober. And I just like I did get very drunk after that. I was just like that was stressful. That was anyway. So the Kagoshima volcano. Let me read the information. Where is it? A volcano in Kagoshima, whatever, the one that's right next to us. The eruption at the Showa crater, the first since April 2018, was observed at 10:52 a.m. with plumes rising 1,000 meters, noted at 11:10 a.m. according to the Kagoshima Meteorological Office. So basically, this is news because there's two volcanoes and it erupted out of the other one. And there was also that big earthquake in Turkey that I don't actually want to talk about because that's really sad.
Yeah, I don't care about the eruption, but
I thought you were going to say something completely different there.
No, I do care about, Sakurajima ash makes everybody's car very dirty.
So we're talking about the difficult things in your life.
Yeah.
Your car is dirty.
And then what makes me mad about it is because, okay, once I've washed my car and then next morning I have to wash my car again.
Well, here's the thing. Your car is black. You fucked up. Ash is gray. It ashes in Kagoshima. You should get a gray car and then never wash it.
No. Even though if you have like gray car, it gets dirty. Well, I don't know why I said 3 times.
Well, here's the funny thing about living in Kagoshima. They tell you don't wash the ash down into drains. So I'm like, what the fuck are you supposed to do with it? Because that's what everybody does with it. Right. Is we like wash the ash into drains.
But I found the easiest way is just go to the gas station and then there's an automatically car wash service. How do you call it?
It's called a car wash.
Oh, okay, car wash. I don't like it. Only like 300 yen. So.
I mean, there's like two mindsets in Kagoshima, especially when it's like when the volcano is erupting several times during the day. There's like the people who are like, no, I'm gonna keep taking my car to the car wash every single day, and then there's the people who are like, fuck it, my car is dirty, just get used to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Japan aiming for record number of foreign visitors in 2025. Japan aims to receive a record number of foreign visitors in 2025. A draft of the government revised plan shows Thursday, with inbound tourism seeing a steady recovery since the country significantly eased border measures last October. The tourism plan, covering fiscal year 2023 to 2025, also aims to increase per person spending to about $1,500 per person, up 25% from the 2019 levels, to see a 10% increase in the number of overall stays in the regional areas by foreign visitors. This is where Alex, I think, would say something like, yeah, good fucking luck with that, and here's why. And he would tell us why the government is stupid. But I'm just going to say, I don't think we need we don't need a fuck ton of people to come here. We just need a good number of high quality tourists to come here. Like people who want to get deep dive into the culture. People probably watch this podcast. And people who want to, experience Japan, like off the beaten track, the track stuff. They don't want to just, the touristy stuff is fun too, but also get into with the locals, have a good time, get to meet people, have real experiences. That kind of stuff would be much better, I think, than having 70,000 fucking people come in and not learn a goddamn thing about the country.
Oh, I thought this news is yay, but your point is right.
Well, we'll see how it goes. But obviously, we need tourists to come back. Because tourism is a big part of the economy here, and it has been dead for 3 years. So I keep telling people at home, book your trips. Dollar is very, very strong right now, and Japan is very thirsty for your money.
Very thirsty for your money.
It's the truth.
New English for me.
Japan bureaucrat turns into YouTube mutant turtle to tell of new rules on alien species. So we have video of this. This is the only reason why this is in the show is this, there's no real information in this really, really long story. It's 3 pages. All it is, this guy, what's his name? Kitsu. Here it is. Kitsunezaru.
No, it's not his name.
Maybe not.
No, it's the name of the fox.
sorry. Okuda.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. This guy, whatever his name is, Okuda. He decided to come on and talk about an invasive species, and he decided to like dress up like one.
He wanted to get everybody's attention, right?
Well,
that's why he painted the face like that.
I don't know anything that he said. I just know he looks stupid.
Good job, go for it.
No, I don't know. Like they just have like people like this in Japan. They're just like they have no talent. They can't sing. They can't dance. They're not actors. They're not actresses. But they paint their fucking face in a weird. What's her name? Imoto-chan or whatever.
Imoto. She has a lot like thick
Imoto.
eyebrow.
The fuck can she do? She's got bad teeth and she's got paint on her face. And that's it. I mean, I don't get it.
She challenged many things in the world.
Why doesn't she just do that as a normal person instead of painting her face like an idiot?
Yeah.
I honestly don't get it. I don't get it. Do you get it? Can you explain it to me? Mrs. I'm actually wearing makeup today for the first time in forever. For the first time in forever.
Why she's wearing such a makeup? I don't. She probably thinks she's ugly.
You know the American football players who put like the black oil underneath their eyes.
It's because
it's like that, but she puts
skin,
it
right?
on her. No, it's like I forgot. There's a reason for it. It has something to do with light bounce, I think. Anyway, and then she puts that on her eyebrows.
Yeah, she does, and then she wears junior high school students' uniform.
Yeah.
I don't know why she does that. She wants to get everybody's attention, maybe, and she thinks that's funny. I don't know. I never think about it before. I don't know. But I like her.
Speaking of uniforms, students forbidden from wearing coats in the winter due to meaningless rules at Japanese schools. So the Mainichi came to Kagoshima specifically to research this story, and then they filed a Freedom of Information Act against a school, a Kagoshima Municipal Board of Education, and which I didn't know that they had Freedom of Information Acts in Japan. But so students are forbidden from wearing coats at some Japanese schools, even as a severe cold spell hits the archipelago. The Mainichi Shimbun found through an information disclosure request. In mid-January, a 17-year-old student was walking in the cold wearing only a uniform with a stand-up collar. The boy, who is a third-year student at a high school in the city of Kagoshima, said, "Man, I'm cold. I've seen another student being called over by a teacher after going to school with a coat on. This student does not wear a coat on his way to and from school, and instead endures the cold by wearing sweaters and high-performance underclothes," meaning hitoteku. So anyway, the other thing to read about the story is like when asked the school people, the specific school was asked about this. So why do schools establish such coat bans? The vice principal of the high school attended by the male student mentioned at the beginning of the article said, "The rules have existed since long ago, so I don't know their purpose."
Yeah. Have you ever seen like little boys wear like short sleeve shirts and short pants even in the winter time?
Yeah, and I look at them and I'm like, this is child abuse. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's like kind of like the brain damage, not brain damage.
Yeah, that's you wanted to say what is it? You made me
it makes them think that
brainwashing. You want to say brainwashing,
brainwashing.
It probably does result in brain damage. What's the purpose of it? No, seriously. I mean, like you guys believe, not you, but the Japanese educational system that does this, they believe that this is going to make you
stronger.
Yeah, stronger versus the cold.
Yeah, right.
Your cold resist stat will go up.
Yeah, I've been grown up in such a situation. I got a brainwashed and I thought that makes us stronger. So, but nah, it's stupid, isn't it?
It's just dumb. It doesn't do anything.
It's dumb. Yeah, it's time to change.
I mean, like having too much of an air conditioned, like climate controlled life is not good. You should experience some, temperature changes, especially throughout the year. That's good. But long pants and a coat, it's what the hell? Anyway, here's what it is. This is probably what it truly is. After the war, Japan didn't have any money, and so they were like, and also during the war, they didn't have any like what is it called? Inputs. What are they called? Resources. They didn't have any resources. So what they did was they go, okay, well, the kids need uniforms. We can't make two of them. Summer year uniforms all year long. That's what it was. That's really what it was. And
really?
Yeah, that's why he doesn't know. He has no idea why the rules exist because they just didn't have the money for those things. And so they're like, suffer, kids, you'll be strong. Did your teachers tell you in Japan? Did they tell you when you were younger that if you were like being physically active outside during the summer that you should not drink water?
Yeah, that's what at my age. Yeah, we couldn't drink water during the like PE class or even like a volleyball team. We run like crazy, but we cannot drink water.
And they thought that because why?
Because drinking water make you weak.
Right. So it would make you so much stronger if you didn't drink water, right?
No.
That's why Japan has all the gold medals at the Olympics.
And then now people start dying because of heat stroke.
That's what happened.
Seriously.
That's what happened. You need to fucking hydrate, especially when you're outside and you're sweating. That's just stupid. Anyway, I hope that the school bans on coats and long pants and shit. And also the other thing that we brought this up in a previous show is that girls in some schools aren't allowed to wear pants in the winter.
No.
So they wear skirts in the winter without tights on.
Right.
And I'm just like, no. But that's changing. There's some schools are letting them wear pants stuff like that, which is good. All right, aid to here. Let's go from dumb schools to dumb government. Aid to Japan's prime minister says he hates to see LGBT couples. I don't know. There's things that if you're a bigot, if you're a racist, if you're a nasty human being, then there are things that you think, but you probably shouldn't say. You know what I mean? Like, so as secretary to Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, my favorite prime minister. I love him so much. He's doing such a great job.
Irony.
Mr. It's sarcasm. On Friday night says he does not want to live next door to an LGBT couple and that he would hate to see them if he lived like next door to them. Well, man, just why?
Yeah, I don't like him.
I have a theory. People who do this stuff, I don't know anything about this particular guy, so don't get me for slander, but I have a theory. People who hate gay people are mostly gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're gay, they know it, but they're like in denial, and so because they hate that about themselves, they hate the other people who are gay.
Oh.
How many of these, like especially American like politicians, they're like, I'm gonna ban gay marriage and blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden it's like he's like they're doing some lewd act in a toilet somewhere with some other guy. They're all. If you're hating on somebody, there's something wrong with you.
Right. I don't. Yeah, maybe they just don't care. Don't you think?
I think if you actively hate against a group of people, there's just something wrong with you. Hate the person who makes the hate inside is that's where the problem starts within them. It's not the people you're hating. Anyway, Kishida has struck a cautious tone about. Oh, and then also because Kishida is also anti-gay, just he doesn't say it. Has struck a cautious tone about legally recognized same-sex couples. He says we need to be extremely careful in considering the matter as it could affect the structure of family life in Japan. Says the guy who hasn't lived with his wife for most of his life.
Many old people don't like gay people, right?
I don't think that old people, they don't care. They're just like, what? We don't get it. Whatever.
Yeah, they don't get it. Whatever. Yeah. Kishida just won their vote. That's why he, keeps shut his mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it needs to happen. Come on, let's update. City officials learn. Oh, so this is actually a good thing. Kind of a good thing, but kind of like a no shit thing. City officials learn easy Japanese as number of foreign residents increases. So city officials in Takamatsu, the capital of Kagawa Prefecture, have learned easy Japanese in a workshop to better deal with a growing number of foreign residents in the Western Japan Prefecture. The school's Japanese language teacher, Yukari Hata, explained that short sentences... Okay, guys, go through this list in your brain. You should just think that this had to be taught, okay? Short sentences, simple words, and unambiguous expressions are the key to communicating with non-native speakers.
No?
It's like,
understandable.
It's completely like, duh.
What do you mean like duh? That's like everybody knows about it already?
Like if you were like let's say you're in Canada. Okay, you're in Canada, right? And you're immigration, so you're taking passports from people. And you say to a person like, what's your purpose of your visit? And they don't understand you. You say, why you come to Canada. You make it smaller and smaller and easier so they can understand it.
Right.
A lot of places in Japan, they'll speak to you in Keigo. And then they're very non-direct about a lot of things.
Right.
Like if you go to a store, for example, and like you ask the drugstore, like, do you have this product? No, they don't have this product. It's not there. The fucking staff knows that they don't have the product, They'll speak to you in Keigo, walk over to the area where the product should be if they had it, and then keep going.
Yeah, understand.
And you're like, what does that mean? Like, what are you communicating to me? Like, are you okay? Like, are you breathing properly? What is it? What's?
Are you phrasing?
So the best way to communicate with someone who doesn't speak your native language is to do it simply, directly, with yes, no.
Yeah.
Don't give me a bunch of gray. I don't understand that.
Yeah, a lot of gray conversations are here, right?
Because because people don't want to say no.
No. Mm.
And then so we were just talking about this before. So when Japanese people try to translate, if a Japanese person, not everyone obviously, but a lot of Japanese people, when they try to speak English, they take all of that Keigo high level, like what would be Keigo, like honorific language
Like
level.
nuance English. Nuance English?
They'll do the honorific tone, which is like ornate and overly complicated, that most foreign people don't learn, especially if they're very beginner level. They're not there yet, and they'll use that with a very not nuanced. They'll do a very like kind of like beat around the bush way of talking about things, and then the questions are also kind of vague, like "Yoroshi desho ka." Like if you translate that in English in your brain, Yoroshi is it okay? Desho, it is okay. Ka question. So it's like, what do you want from me? Like how am I supposed to answer this question?
Yeah.
Like, of course I'm used to it because I've been here for so long. But if you're just like starting off, dude, no way. So anyway, this town is teaching their people to not do that. So it's good.
Good. It's good for them to speak English. It's useful when they speak English too.
Well, so this is good for, and you guys might be thinking, well, why do they just learn English? Well, a lot of these government offices do have an English speaker or two. And so you have an English speaker, you have the regular Japanese people speaking Japanese, and then the easy Japanese option is for those non-native English immigrants. So if you come from like the Vietnam or from China or something like that, maybe you don't know English. So having an English speaker there is not going to help you. So then they have an easy Japanese speaker, which would be good.
Yeah, in Japanese, 優しい日本語ね.
So it's like easy or kind, friendly Japanese.
Yeah, kind, friendly Japanese.
All right, let's go on. Draft bill proposal seeks to curtail unconventional kira kanji name readings. First of all, Natsuki, what is a kira name?
Unique name? Strange name?
So kira means like flashy,
Flashy.
right? So like
Twinkle, twinkle. Little star. Kira kira. Why no? We say kira kira hikaru, right?
It's not
twinkle,
the same. It's not,
twinkle.
a star will twinkle, twinkle, but a name is more like flashy.
Flashy, okay.
It's like hade.
Okay,
like, right?
there you go.
So anyway, so basically, this draft bill is proposing that there'll be more defined rules about naming conventions in Japan, and specifically the proposal will seek to. So let me further define what a kira name is. Basically, like if you have kanji that would not be like considered for a name, or like the reading is completely off from what it should be,
Right.
just all that kind of stuff. So the rules would kind of curtail that. And so here are some of the rules: potentially offensive, discriminatory, obscene, and not suitable for names, or generally unpleasant. So there was maybe 20 years ago, there was this couple, they wanted to name their baby Akuma.
Yeah.
Which means devil.
Devil.
And so that was like shut down by the local government. They said, no, we're not going to accept that name. And then that became this big news thing. And I think that's probably where this whole kira name started.
Yeah. I have met one of those who have such a name. Her name was Luna, but her kanji was Tsuki. Yeah, moon. Yeah, understandable. But we never can read. We cannot read moon to Luna.
Well, my number 2 at the school, you just were talking to her before. She's got a kira name. Have you seen her kanji?
Yeah, but it's still, it's kind of hard to read, but still can read. Not that kira.
Also, Rokko Moji, so her name has 6 kanji in total, which is weird.
Yeah, I thought she's from some temple girl.
Well,
yeah,
she's originally from some temple. She's got temple in her name.
Yeah.
Anyway, so next rule would be character names that would cause unease when given to real people. So, for example, Pikachu. I don't know. If my mom named me Pikachu, I'd be like everybody's like friend that they knew. That motherfucker, his name is Pikachu. Like I'd be popular. It'd be fine. All right. Contradictory to the meaning of the kanji. For example, like if you had the kanji takai, which would mean like high, expensive, tall, but you would read it hikushi, meaning like low.
Like opposite meaning.
So like you'd write the kanji would be high, but the reading would be low.
Why they name it
Because they're
such a way?
probably like 22-year-olds and wearing Hello Kitty and not really thinking about the future of their kid's life. Readable as another common name. So for example, like if you have the kanji Suzuki, and then you would read it as Sato.
Sato ne.
So like basically like we're going to use these kanji and we're just going to read it any fucking way we want. So that would be banned.
We say ateji っていうの。
Ateji ne. Completely irrelevant to the kanji. So this is another one of those is like, so if you have like taro, you'd like write taro. The kanji, it's basically taro in Japanese is like,
Tom.
no, it would be like John, like John Smith.
Okay.
It would be like what? Yamashita Taro.
Yamada Taro.
Yamada Taro. So like if you wrote Taro, but like you would read it like Maikeru, like Michael.
Yeah.
And basically the same as the previous rule. And then the last one was easily misread or not clear. So for example, Jiro, like, you know, Jiro dreams of sushi. The kanji, if you have like, Taro before the same exact example, but you would read it Jiro. So like Taro can be confused as Jiro.
Yeah. I just wonder why they want to do it, such a thing.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like having an interesting name is fine and everything, but like being creative with the kanji and the meaning that to you and your partner is I think cool. But like I don't know, like the reading of it just being like completely random is just, you know, sorry for the kid because no one's gonna be able to read their name.
Yeah.
You know. All right, next story, a little bit lighter. So right now, what floor are we on right now, Natsuki?
Third floor.
Okay. The floor below us, what's that called?
Second.
And the floor below that?
First.
And is that the street level?
Street level,
Okay.
yes.
So, Josh, what floor are we on?
We're on the third floor.
Okay, the below that?
Second.
And the below that?
First.
And then is that street level?
Yes, it is.
Okay, you English UK people, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong.
I've heard of it before.
You're fucking wrong. Where's Alex? Alex, if you were here, I'd tell you you're fucking wrong. So anyway, if you guys didn't know this at home, UK people, and according to this article, which is so cute, what does it say? It says like the UK and other countries. It doesn't specify any of them. It just says use
Only
this.
UK, maybe.
Probably just the UK. They consider the first floor of any building, the thing that's on the ground, they call it G, ground level. And then the second floor that you encounter when you go into the building is the first floor. And then the third floor would be the second floor.
Okay. Yeah. So if you go to UK, you see elevator button and then you go to second floor, but you have to press the one.
Yeah. And if you want to leave the building, you have to press G.
Oh. ちょっと難しいね. A
Yeah.
little bit difficult.
So I had a British friend where I was like, oh, meet me on the first floor. And he was like waiting for me and I was waiting for him. And I was like, where the fuck are you? He was like, I'm waiting for you on the first floor. And I'm like, where? Are you by the flower shop? He's like, there's no flower shop here.
Is it really happened?
Yeah. Me and Dan had this conversation like about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then he came and he's like, oh, I thought you said the first floor. And I'm like looking around, like watching the cars drive by. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, this is the ground floor. I'm like, and then I had to learn about how people from the UK are just dumb. Sorry. But anyway, so I was like, so there's a building in Japan in Takarazuka City. It's a city hall. And they, for whatever reason, maybe because they thought it was oshare, or they thought it was stylish or something, they named it the British style, which is, it's in Japan, you call it Ikai, Nikai, Sankai. It's the first floor, second floor, third floor. It's the same as in American English. And so they've decided to stop doing that. So good on them. Good. That's all I want to say about that. Stop being dumb with your naming. Like, seriously, right?
Yeah, right.
The only thing that I can really add to the story is that if you go to Las Vegas, there's more buttons on the elevator. There's P, which is
parking.
For parking. That's in some places. But then there's C. What do you think C stands for?
She.
It's pretty easy. It's Las Vegas. Come on.
Casino. Casino.
Casino.
Casino.
Casino.
I recently learned that we have to say, not casino, right? Casino.
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 Yeah. So, don't know how to segue to this. So, you guys remember from last week, we talked about how there was sushi terrorism going on? Yeah. Well, so Sushi Roll, I like... Their name is Sushi Roll, right? Which is like sushi roll. It should be ROLL, right? Right? But just, I don't know.
Like taro.
But anyway. So Sushi Roll decided, like, they came out with like some they responded to those videos. The operator of the major sushi restaurant called Sushi Roll said on Friday that it will temporarily limit the use of conveyor belts to specifically ordered food after a customer was found to have misused the unused cups and sushi. So in a conveyor belt sushi restaurant, it's a looping conveyor belt where the sushi is just placed on it. It loops around the room for about an hour, and then an automatic computer that is in sync with the chip in the plate underneath the sushi realizes, oh, it's been there for too long, and then it discards it. Okay, and so while you're there, you pick up the plates and you eat the plate. You eat whatever sushi's on the plate, and then at the end they come in and count your plates, and that's how they pay for it.
Right.
Okay. So the guy in the video from last week was taking the food that he did not intend to eat and was like licking it and stuff like that, putting it back on the conveyor belt. So another thing that you can do at these restaurants is they all have touch screens where you can specifically order what you want to eat, and it'll come out to you on a special plate, or in some cases it'll come out to you on a bullet train, Shinkansen or something.
Right.
So Sushi Roll is only doing those kind of orders now. There's no longer like the food on display that you can just pick up if you want to.
Oh, okay.
So that's whatever. But I wanted to ask you guys a question. Oh, and they're also putting up acrylic boards, so that's not completely open. It's just only open where the order stops, and you take it and it leaves. And so there's like acrylic boards.
Yeah, it's exactly like train station.
Yeah.
Open door side, right?
Exactly like that. Okay, so what I want to ask you guys, let's start with Josh on this. Josh, have you ever taken a plate from the conveyor belt and eaten it?
I did when I lived in Hawaii, but not in Japan. Like, since I saw the Shinkansen one, I only order with that.
Natsuki, do you take it from the rotating conveyor belt, or do you always order?
I do both.
You do both?
Yeah, because sometimes I don't know what I want to eat, and so I just see something on the conveyor belt. I just pick it up.
I guess that makes sense. Like, I never ever take it from the conveyor belt. I always order it.
Okay.
Because they make it fresh for you.
Right, that's true.
But then I guess that makes sense if you're like, oh, I don't really know what I want to eat, or maybe like you see something, oh, I really want to eat this.
Yeah.
It's like a chance for you to like experience new foods. That makes sense.
Which one is the restaurant that has the little capsules over the sushi?
Kurazushi.
Kurazushi. Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it because I would feel comfortable eating those.
Yeah, and
capsule.
also our local sushi chain like Mekkemon, they already have like plastic cover on it.
Yeah, like one of the things, if you guys ever get in a deep dive, we should do people of Kagoshima. I'm somebody who works at Mekkemon. That'd be cool. Anyway, if you get into a deep dive of how kaiten sushi works, it's really interesting. There's a lot of technology behind it, especially the bigger companies. But one of the things that like I always thought was really interesting was just like how they get the cost down. Like, cause it's so cheap. Like you can get completely stuffed for like $15. How much was it in Hawaii? It was pretty expensive, right?
It's a little bit more expensive, but you can get like kind of like bigger rolls and stuff like that. But some of the more expensive ones are like $7-8 a plate.
Wow.
But there's one more thing I did want to add though. They're switching to only the train style one, but some of those videos I saw, like they were waiting for the trains to pass by and then they were like licking their fingers and then just like slapping it or knocking it off.
So that's why they're putting up the acrylic boards. So if they did that, their window is only like right here. So the window's a lot smaller. So I mean, like it's the law of averages, trying to get it like down as much as possible. But there is a video on YouTube, if you guys search for it, where a guy puts a GoPro on the conveyor belt. It's really cool.
Yeah, I want to see the video.
And then like it just goes through the restaurant, and then the GoPro comes back, and he takes the GoPro.
And we can see the behind the scene,
right? Yeah.
I actually did that my first year
in
Japan.
You
did? There was one that blew up on Reddit, but it's really interesting because you see all the people in the back looking at the GoPro. They're like, "What the fuck is that?"
By the way, the parents of the boys who did such a bad thing,
teenagers,
apologized to the company, but the company denied it.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't accept it.
Well, they're in a weird position. Like if they say, "Oh yeah, that's fine,"
Yeah.
then maybe the customers are like, "Huh?" It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the sushi restaurants are kind of yakuza. You know what I mean?
Are they?
And they're like, especially the top people. They're kind of like, because they're always bidding for the maguro and everything at the end of the year.
Not yakuza, but like strong, right?
Yeah, they're not yakuza, but they're like that.
Yeah,
it's just like, so
Yeah, but I thought it's good for the boys. Yeah, like you said, we shouldn't
easily
let them happen. Yeah.
I mean, Japan is especially sensitive to food news. There was this I forgot what it was. What's that place I'd never been to? Yoshinoya.
You've never been to that place? No.
I've been there like once.
Oh, really?
Maybe I don't remember if it was Skiya or Yoshinoya. It was one of those where they like in the back in the kitchen they were making an order and they just kept stacking more and more and more and more food on one bowl, but I don't think they ate it. And so like that went viral, and then they had to apologize and everything.
Yeah, I saw that news too.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff like that. Okay, let's get into, I think it's our last serious story. Okay, here we go. So Mitsubishi Heavy gives up its first Japan-made passenger jet project. So let's a little background on this. So the enterprise, which officially started in 2008 and cost about 1 trillion yen, was suspended in October of 2020 after frequent technological problems as well as a sharp. That's not true. I'm not going to read that. So what they wanted to do, what their goal was, Mitsubishi Heavy was trying to make a single aisle passenger jet with less than 100 seats named Space Jet. And when they originally announced this project, they got about 450 orders from a bunch of domestic airlines. And what this jet was supposed to do was to go on short flights within Japan, maybe small international flights from like Kagoshima to Incheon or something like that. And so they started making these airplanes from scratch, basically. Now, the reason why there's only 2 airplane manufacturers in the whole world, basically, there's Boeing and then there's Airbus. And Airbus, well, actually, I would say both Boeing and Airbus are basically funded by their governments.
America?
So Boeing is funded by the U.S. government through military contracts.
Okay.
And they're given lots and lots of tax breaks and everything. And Airbus is funded. You Europeans will say, no, they're not. Yes, they fucking are. Airbus is basically subsidized by all the different governments from all the different places where it's made. Okay. And basically, I think I could be wrong about this. Josh, Google this. I think there's only one jet engine maker for both Airbus and Boeing, and it's Rolls-Royce. So it's a very, very niche, very small market.
Okay. Hey, what's the point of making jet in Japan?
So
why they want to?
So there's a couple of reasons why you want to make a domestic airplane.
Yeah.
One, because there's defense reasons for that. If you can make an airplane internally, you can make fighter jets. Maybe. Like I think the Swedes make a fighter jet. And the Americans make obviously fighter jets. Russians make fighter jets. And the Brits maybe, I'm not sure who, but so if you can make airplanes domestically, there's a lot of like military advantages to that. And it's also, if you have Japanese carriers, it's much, much cheaper to buy a domestic airplane than it is to order an airplane from, Boeing or something like that. And on top of that, all of your maintenance and all of your parts and all of that stuff is domestic. So it's cheaper. It's like driving a Toyota in Japan versus driving a Mustang in Japan. What's the verdict?
So I guess there are 5 companies that make, or at least 5 companies that make jet engines, but GE makes it for Boeing.
For Boeing, and then Rolls-Royce for Airbus, was it?
I think so.
Okay. Anyway, so whatever. So it's a very small market, a very, very small market. And so Mitsubishi was like, we're going to get into this market. And then they realized that the 2 things basically happened. And like I read a couple comments from people who claimed that they were on the inside of this project. And they said that one, the management was just not there. Japanese management is not great, especially when it's a very complicated enterprise. Toyota's management's amazing. Toyota is like a outlier company. They're amazing, but the management just wasn't there for this project. And then 2, Mitsubishi probably just wasn't ever that serious about it. To make an FAA approved passenger jet is fucking hard. It's really, really hard. And so so the pandemic happened and they're like, oh, excuse. And they're like, Corona, that's why we're not doing this. And they just
Good for
closed
them.
up.
Good,
Yeah.
good excuse.
So we won't see a Japanese-made airplane, which is sad because the engineering is totally, you can engineer a plane. Japanese are really good at engineering.
Probably those people are go to. I mean, not in Japan. That's why.
No. You could totally engineer a fucking airplane with Japanese engineers.
Okay.
The engineering of it's probably wasn't the problem. It was mostly the management, the project management of the entire thing is what I would believe. Anyway, lighthearted story time. 83% of women in Japan don't want to give obligatory giri chocolate on Valentine's Day. What do you think about giri choco? So first of all, what is giri choco?
It's a duty choco. Is it?
Obligatory chocolate.
Obligates choco.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like thank you choco.
So what in reality, in simple terms, what does it mean? Like who do you give it to and why?
Chocolate, like you to your boss or you to your family, and I don't even want to give you chocolate, but I have to. It makes me feel like I have to.
Right. So in Japan, Valentine's
Obligation.
Day. In Japan, Valentine's Day is where women give men chocolate, and then in March, a way less celebrated day is White Day, where men return the favor. And then something that's happened recently is they have this thing called giri, which giri is a very difficult word to explain in English. It's very, very deep, and I think if me and Alex had like a hour-long show, we probably couldn't get through it. Giri is a very difficult concept. No, I'm not making a joke out of this. I'm serious. It's difficult. But the closest thing that you could probably translate it to is like your duty or your obligation.
Yeah, I laughed because Alex could explain about it for like 2 hours.
No,
or 3
it
hours.
is. It's a deep subject. But
Yeah.
anyway, so like this giri choco is lighthearted, but it means like anybody that you've it's like that you've been that has benefited you. So your boss, your company, your husband, anybody. You should show them your thanks by giving them chocolate on Valentine's Day.
Right.
And
thank you, Choco.
Yeah, and women are like, fuck that.
Yeah.
83% of them are actually like, fuck that.
めんどくさいんだよね. How do you say めんどくさい?
It's troublesome, annoying, pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass. Yeah, because I don't want to give them chocolate.
So let's see, what are there? There's giri choco, there's tomo choco, which is like you give it to your friends.
Yeah.
And then there's like honne choco. What is it called? Honme choco.
Honme is like the real one.
Real one.
The real choco.
Is there anything else? That's all right.
Yeah, those three. Like giri choco, tomo choco, honme choco. And for myself. Sometimes people want to buy for themselves.
Is there a word for that? My choco. My choco. Anyway, so basically like they pulled a bunch of women. They're like, this is dumb. And I agree. It's kind of stupid. Are you going to give chocolate to anybody on Valentine's Day?
Do you want some?
No, I don't eat chocolate. Ask him. He'll eat it.
Josh, do you want some? Okay, I'll give you some.
Only if you want to. It's not obligatory.
Don't give him giri choco.
Yeah.
Give him tomo choco.
Okay, I'll give you tomo choco then.
Okay, thank you.
Do you give your husband chocolate for?
He doesn't like chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You should give him a beer.
I will.
Show it to you or something. Okay, here we go. So we got a photo of this one. Be Lazy Anywhere pop-up store in Tokyo to let customers try on wearable bean bags.
I want to try wearing that. That's cute. But I don't really want to buy it. It's expensive, right?
I fucking don't know. Why would anybody buy this stupid thing? Wait, what? Seriously, what's the use case scenario for this? Like, how would you use this?
Like you see in the picture.
I don't know what she's doing in the picture. She looks like she's having a problem.
She's reading. The top picture, she's reading.
Okay.
And the second picture, it's like futon and makura. Yeah, like blanket and, how do you say makura in English? Wait, another again.
Pillow.
Pillow, yeah. And then third one, she's probably playing with her smartphone, I guess.
But can't you do this without wearing the equivalent of like a Sesame Street monster costume?
I don't know, but it's probably like comfy, like, with like everywhere my couch or something like that.
If you're in Japan and you want to try this amazing invention, you can try it on.
Maybe like first 30 minutes it's fun and cozy, but like then stop doing it.
But think about it, if you like wear this, fall asleep in it, and you get kind of hot, you start sweating. Right. What do? Like, do you wash it?
Oh, そうだね。汚いね. It's dirty. It's dirty だね.
So if you want to experience this wonderful invention, this product, you can try it from February 6th to the 19th at Shinjuku Marui main store in Tokyo.
Hey, do you know Yogi Bowl? Is it a Japanese product?
Yeah. What is Yogi Bowl? I forgot what that is.
Yogi Bowl is like a cushion. It's same same thing, but not wearing.
No, I know what a Yogi Bowl is. Why do I know what a Yogi Bowl is?
It's Yogi Bowl. I guess it's from like Australia. Where? Yogi Bowl. It's the same kind of idea.
Oh.
Didn't the person who was just here buy one?
Yeah, maybe. It's like a giant beanbag. Is what it is.
Giant beanbag. And then their commercial was...
Oh, I remember why I know what a Yogi Bowl is, because I went to their shop in Fukuoka.
Oh, yeah, we have one in Kagoshima too. But their commercial was fantastic because a horse laying on Yogi Bowl.
Yeah, giant beanbag.
Yeah, see? That's a real picture.
Why is this amazing?
Is the horse dying? No.
Is there face paint on the horse? Does it have like giant black eyebrows painted on it? Is it wearing a schoolgirl's uniform? I don't understand you guys' media. I got two more quick stories to go through here. Not in the mood for small talk. Fuck you. Who wrote this? Sora News. Fuck you with this headline. Says it right there. Not in the mood for small talk. You see that?
Huh.
Because small talk actually means something. Japanese taxis add silent mode service activated with finger tap. So this, I actually appreciate this. And let's ask Josh. Josh, why would I appreciate this? What happens every fucking time that you and I get into a taxi cab together?
Every time I get into a taxi by myself, they don't say anything to me other than where I want to go. Every time you get into a taxi, they just talk to you the whole time about like where you're from. Wow, your Japanese is so good.
It's so fucking annoying, isn't it?
It's like the whole time they just talk.
It's just like, and also I have a radio show, right? We have a radio show. So like they hear me because like the taxi drivers are driving their car when the radio show's on because it's nighttime. So they'll be like, sumimasen, UFM no kata desu ka? And I'm just like, oh God, I have to talk to you now.
Yeah, they're familiar with your voice.
Well, okay. Anyway, so on this screen, which is fucking amazing, you got a button that says silent mode, which means silent mode. If you tap that, the dude's not going to talk to you, which is fucking fantastic. I love that.
That's cool.
I'm not an introvert, but I usually want to do things on my phone while I'm in the taxi. Like I want to respond to people and be productive. And when they keep talking to me, like I get frustrated and put my phone away, and I'll be forced into a human interaction, which is not fun.
Oh, that's cool. Also, like, I want to talk mode. No
one needs that. All right, wait. So here we go. We've got Taturu Takushi mode, which was turtle taxi mode, which is like, it's their signature service, which it's a request for your driver to prioritize smoothness over speed.
Oh, like you are pregnant or something?
I think it's just... We would call this like chauffeur driving style. Like if you drive like a chauffeur in America, like you can't feel the stops or the acceleration. And then they got Attaka mode, which is like toasty mode. Solar News is translated to basically like turn on the heater.
Oh yeah.
And then Hinyari mode, which is like please turn on the AC.
Yeah.
And then finally, you can purchase a bottle of water for 75 cents.
Hey, they can even buy water inside the taxi.
Now, if you're an American or North American person and you've been using Uber or Lyft, you're like, dude, we've been having these options forever. There's like video games in the back of cars now.
Hey.
It's crazy.
Hey, they have monitor?
Yeah, they have like TVs on the back of the seats and they have like retro gaming consoles for you to play.
How many minutes there on the taxi then?
Well, like when I was in Vegas, like I would go from like I took an Uber from the airport to my hotel, and that was like what? Not Uber, sorry, Lyft. Fuck Uber. I took a Lyft from the airport to my hotel. And it was like what, 45 minutes?
Oh, so you play video game?
No, I could have, but I was like talking because I was like, it was my first time back in America in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just like, let's have a conversation. So I was the annoying one that time.
So you had the talkative mode then?
No, I didn't. There's. Yes, that's what I did. Yes. All right, let's go.
So we need talk mode too. Right?
If you do talkative mode, aren't you putting unnecessary stress on the driver? Shouldn't he be paying attention to driving?
Right.
It's like sweating, trying to figure out a topic to talk to you about while he's like driving. Anyway, last story today. Burger King Japan's cheeseburger. I wrote this down. What was this?
Gerende.
What fucking language is this? It's got an umlaut.
German.
Yeah, it's German. Okay. Basically, there's this Burger King. So the reason why I put this in the show is because I want all of you guys at home to know that Japan McDonald's and Japan Burger King have like cheeseburgers that don't exist outside of Japan. And sometimes they're weird as fuck. So, Josh, can you put on the screen the cheeseburger gerende? So this is the image that the it's on the poster. Like this is what it's supposed to look like. So what does this have in it? I didn't even look. It's got like a lot of skis. It's supposed to be like it's got a lot of cheese because it's supposed to be like chicken and beef patty sandwiched together with.
That's the other sandwich. So they have 3 different sandwiches. This one is
of course
the triple.
you fucking. This is the one that you read.
Oh, I read all of them.
Okay, wait.
This one has the triple beef, the one that they ordered. So we have the pictures for.
So this is Gouda cheese or whatever. I don't know.
Gouda cheese.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is okay. So this is what is the next one? The reality picture. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That just looks like a.
Gerende sounds like where we ski. Don't you think?
Yeah, because it's like
that's why, right?
Yeah.
Because their cheese is very white and it reminds us like snow.
Yeah.
Oh no. Sliding.
All right, let's go around the room and ask the question. Josh, are you a stickler for all these like gimmicky cheeseburgers?
I never order them.
Why not?
Because they almost always suck.
They almost always suck, don't they?
Yeah.
One time they had like the Great America at McDonald's, and they had like all these different area in America named cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
like they had
Idaho burger.
the Idaho burger, they had the Texas burger, they had
New
the
York
Las
burger.
Vegas burger.
Yeah, they did.
And so like I tried the Las Vegas burger.
What was it inside?
It was like, I wouldn't order it again, but it was okay.
I can't really remember Idaho burger because inside of it there's a potato thing.
Yeah, giant potato ring or like thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and Idaho potato is like easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, do you always eat those? The special cheeseburgers?
No. I only eat double cheeseburger always.
I'm a double cheeseburger guy too at McDonald's.
Me 3.
I do like the double cheeseburger. I either get the double cheeseburger or I get the chicken cheese thing, whatever that's called. They have a thing in Japan. It's called the bai.
What is it?
Bai, like nibai. So like you can get like the bai double cheeseburger. So it's got
the
four patties. And then they got like, what do they got? Hirumaku. It's like if you get McDonald's during the afternoon time, it's like, I don't know, like 200 yen off or something like that. Hirumaku.
Yeah, I heard samurai bak is very good. I've never tasted it before.
Okay, so I was at a bar because of course I was, and then like these 2 guys were like Futoshi and Mari-san, the 2 older guys. They're like, we want to try the. Is it called samurai mak in Japanese or called bushido mak?
No, samurai mak.
Whatever. They're like, we want that, and it's like, so Uber it because I Uber everything to that fucking bar, and like I got it, and there's 2 variants of it, and it's like this is the scene that I thought Corona's over because like there was like 15 people that passed this cheeseburger around. And then at the end of it, they're like, Mitch, you should try it. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm fucking good. I don't even touch door handles. And you guys just like pass it around to all of you motherfuckers. No, thank you.
Oh, so did they say that was good?
Yeah, everybody said it was good.
Okay.
But there's 2 of them and one of them was better than the other. But I think the samurai mac is gone now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that the thing that they have now is like the garlic spicy chicken nugget things or something. I don't know. Let's just pull up Mac.
Can I tell you about the previous Burger King special burgers that they had at the end of last year?
In Japan?
Yeah, in Japan.
Okay.
So, do you know Spy Family?
Yeah.
It's an anime that's really popular with kids.
Then no.
But so these are some burgers based off of Spy Family, but the main burger is called the Royale and Berry. Serves up a flame grilled 100% beef patty with sweet and sour berry sauce, peanut butter sauce, and mayonnaise.
That sounds
So
horrible.
it's peanut butter and jelly burger.
Oh my god, like sweet and salty burger maybe?
Yeah, because the main character likes peanuts. So they made a peanut butter burger.
Yeah.
That sounds so gross.
That's horrible.
But I can't imagine what it tastes like. Maybe it might be good, like salty and sweet. Maybe like peanut butter and jelly sandwich with beef.
Was it Burger King or was it McDonald's that did like the sumi, the black cheese, the black buns?
I think that was Burger King too.
Yeah, maybe it was.
But I think that was for like Halloween or something, right?
Yeah, I forgot what it was. It just looked weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just...
Yeah, the Halloween Whopper. I think they reported that it turned the aftermath of the burger like black or something.
Yeah. Like on the way out, it was like different color. And then also people reported that this like turned their tongue and teeth kind of purplish.
But it's a charcoal burger. Yeah, Japan loves their weird burgers.
Yeah, I think the only thing that we have an equivalent of that in America is the McRib, which is, I think they've permanently discontinued.
McRib sounds like teriyaki burger to me. No,
it
tastes like
it's
sweet
like barbecue.
sauce.
Well, I think it is sweet with barbecue sauce. And then there's what was it? The Rick and Morty. What is it?
Szechuan sauce.
Szechuan sauce. That's what it is. That's like legendary. I don't think they brought it back, didn't they? Or
I
something
think they
like
did
that.
bring it back.
What did you say? Guacamole? Like avocado?
What? What did you say?
No.
What are we talking about?
No.
Szechuan.
Szechuan.
Szechuan. I have no idea what it is.
It's a part of. It's a type of Chinese cuisine. Szechuan.
I see.
I have no idea
I
what
might
it
be
is.
pronouncing it incorrectly.
Whatever. Like, it's on Rick and Morty. That's the only reason why I know about it. It's on a TV show. But anyway, guys, that's been our show today. If you guys have tried any interesting cheeseburgers from any popular food restaurant, give us a comment. If you think girls and boys should be able to wear coats when they go to school, comment. If you think, I don't know, what else did we talk about today? Volcano. Mitsubishi. The Be Lazy Anywhere pop-up shop. If you could go, would you go? Would you buy a beanbag to wear all around you as you walk around and bump into things in your
Send
house?
us a picture, with your lazy, なんだっけ? Bag.
Your lazy bag. All right, links to all the articles are in the description, as well as a link to join our Patreon if you want to support us. Thank you so much for this week, and we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.